I started taking them to cope with being homeless 6 years, this summer, ago, for context. I'm not blaming my lack of self-control on anyone else, if anything, trying to make it real for people who don't hear real bad shit enough, only glorification. Shit, even if you do know about them from an academic perspective, I fully knew what I was getting addicted to when I first took them, very familiar with benzodiazepines chemically, physiologically, reading about them as a hobby, won hundreds of hours on a rowlet reading horror stories of withdrawals, overdoses, usually involving Xanax 4-5 years before I ever took the drug, literally, when I was 14-15 because I thought drugs were fascinating because I thought I would never do them. I objectively thought of them as long-term worse than heroin, but I still ended up taking them anyway for the escape or whatever. The escape is a lie and the trap you create for yourself, and seeking the escape isn't. My best friend of 10 years died from a nod last year, literally hung out this kid every day, but he was the most popular dude in the area just because he was a good fucking guy, and spent all his time on MySpace, Facebook lol. He had a tiny hood SW Detroit funeral home packed like a concert hall. Lol. I would never give him pills, but that just made him want it more. He had randomly off heroin a month after I moved from where we grew up. I blame myself for even validating the drug behavior with him. Only 25 and I'll definitely have to live with these scars for fucking ever, and it'll take me this year at least to rebuild my life, now that I'm sort of almost off, or more than I have been in a year plus. I have zero contact with family or friends, a lot of it having to do with the fact that most of my friends were mutual friends with my passed away best friend, so we basically shared friends, we were grouped together in all conversations, always together, etc. So people think of me, and think of him, so I just have my boy's specter over my head, when all I was trying to do was move away from the negativity of Detroit, change myself for the better. No one truly knows how he died, assumptions of course, but he was cremated fast. I only know what happened because the pieces of shit that were with him called me crying about the truth. They would be dead if he didn't wish the best for everyone all the time, and even if they did they assume I gave it to him or some shit, so even talking about him is basically taboo in my social structure. His FB got hacked, compromised by an app, on April Fool's Day to post roughly 600 plus Chinese ads. He tagged 3,000 people, pure coincidence it was April Fool's, when he had been dead 15 months at that point, no one could find his FB password, was fucked up BC. We shared passwords for 9 years, not my idea, his lol. He would only use mine to remember it, so it stayed up for like 2 days haunting thousands of people before his mom got it pulled. The day before that some skis bitch posted to FB more initials, but she tagged him physically. I miss your big ass stick, I wish I could have it one more time, literally. Crazy energies, wish I could just stop it all, and Xanax is the center, in my opinion. If I would have been a man enough to get off it when I could have so many times I could have before he passed, my dude would still be here. I only concentrate on my business, which is fucked up because I never reinvested properly. So I spent 5 years building my business and spent the profits on being fucked up, and music culture because it's what I've done since I was a kid, so it makes me feel normal. Pretty sure my life would be 100% different if I never took Xanax, in basically every good way. Not trying to be preachy, but shit, if I can let people know how fucked my life is from it, maybe someone won't do it today, which leads to tomorrow, which leads to next week, which leads to next month. At least that's how it happened. Me. Random Requiem for a Dream. Me and my homie that died used to watch the movie all the time when we were like 14 and say we'd never do drugs. In reality the movie piqued our curiosities where it should have been a warning, but teenagers are invincible etc. Esque shit. Some chill-ass girl I bought bars off of last year, 2 weeks after I copped from her. She was fucked up as hell on bars, getting out of some dude's car all pissed off and barred out. Slipped on ice, went a little under the car, driver was barred out and accelerated like fuck you bitch, had no clue she had slipped and thought he was just skirting away. She literally got tore in half from shit I heard on Facebook, the official news report. Shit is too real, just bad energies.